Hi everyone, it's Willis, Kiwi Scrapper from New Zealand, and I'm here going to share a project with you today that I've done for a challenge that's being hosted by Carla Petersen, and I'll put her name in the description box below. And this is a real fun challenge. It's titled Who's Your Diva? And Carla wanted you to use like Hollywood divas or movie stars from the past, not present everyday ones, but the ones that were way back in the past. So, you know, maybe from the 1960s before, or the 1970s before that. So I just popped these here while I was chatting. Aren't they cute? I made these in the year 2000. I used to make a lot of Edwardian bears, and these were the smallest ones I ever made. I thought they were really cute, and they're all movable. You can move their limbs. I don't know why. Anyway, this challenge by Carla is going to run until she's reached 500 subbies. I'm not sure what she's up to now, but I think you've still got time to pop on over to Carla Petersen's channel, check out her Who's Your Diva challenge, and get cracking on a project for her. You don't have to send the projects. I'm choosing to send mine because I did a challenge for Carla a number of weeks ago, and I actually didn't send my project because I entered very late, I think. I didn't send the project, and my name was drawn out the hat, and I won the prize, first prize. So I, felt like I kind of needed to send this project to Carla because she'd been so kind in putting my name in the draw. So the diva I chose was none other, than, I'm sure you would all recognise her because she's quite a famous diva. Okay, for those who don't know, and I'm sure there aren't any who don't know, this is Elizabeth Taylor, fondly known as Liz. And if you mention the word Liz to people, they would immediately know you were talking about Liz Taylor. Sorry, I've just finished making this. Just finished making it, and it's 5:30, and my husband's due home from work at 5:45, so I'm really trying to get this done before. So, okay, so this is what I seem to be doing a lot of nowadays. It's a wall hanging. Yes, no prizes for guessing that. And down here, I'll just show you the dangles. We've got a dangle here, and a dangle here, and a layer here. There's another layer there. You can see that, and then there's another one up here. So it's 4 nice little layers at the bottom there, and there's some dangly bits here that I've cut out of another dangly lace that I've used at the top, and I just put a couple of pieces, or was it 2 or 3 pieces down the bottom there with some dangly pearls. This is based on cream cotton, and then I've just built up the layers. So here is this piece. I showed it in one of the other wall hangings I've done recently. It's that piece of lace there. It's coming in very handy, this piece of lace, and I just cut it down the middle, and there's a layer of it here and a layer of it at the sides, and that one there. So I must have another layer. That's 3, so I must have another narrow piece somewhere ready for using in another project. I didn't put it up there, did I? No. Oh yes. No, I didn't put it across. And this dangly bit here is this lovely piece of lace. And up the top here we have 2 layers. Well, actually there's 3 layers. I put the cream lace that I put here. The cream lace here. I also put that all around the sides and up the top, but it actually proved a bit limp, so it wasn't stiff enough to hold out because it wasn't frilled. So I actually tucked it over and put it in the back. So you see here, and I glued it down on the back to make a frame for the back. I thought that was pretty smart of me. Probably wasn't, but up here I've used this lovely, lovely little lace. I absolutely love it. A friend of mine at work, nursing colleague, came up to me a couple of weeks ago and she said to me, "You make dresses for dolls, don't you?" Or no, I beg your pardon. She said to me, "You collect dolls, don't you?" And I said, "Oh, well, I haven't collected for a wee while," but I said, "I've got a doll collection." And she said, "Oh, so you're not making dresses for them anymore?" And I said, "Well, occasionally I do." And I said, "I intend to do, dress make for them a lot more when I retire in 3 or 4 years." And I said, "Why are you asking? Do you want me to make something for a doll for yours?" And she said, "No." She said her auntie had given her, her elderly auntie, had given her a big bag of crafting stuff. A lot of them are laces and things. And she just handed over that. She said, "You can have it if you want." And I went, "Oh, yeah, I want." And she handed over this big bag of laces, and a lot of them are vintage laces, but there's some real pretty laces in there. So this was one of them, and I have used several others, and she's quite thrilled when I told her I've already started using them. This is another one, excuse me, this is another one of the laces, and they're in lovely basic colour, neutral colours like creams and whites and beiges, and really nice, nice colours that I use a lot of. So I was really thrilled. I put curtaining fabric over the as a foundation piece on top of this, and over top of that I used a vintage doily that's like a start, well, yeah, it's like a big flower shape. These are all the petals coming off it. This picture image I had of Liz, it was the same as this. I printed it off the internet, and so that's the difference. As you can see, I don't know whether you'll be able to see that, but you probably will. Yeah, I felt that the black and white, I know that things were done in black and white in those days, in the 60s and the 50s when she was around, but when this would have been taken in the 50s, but I thought the black and white was just too harsh, so I slightly tea stained it. I just dipped it really quickly in tea stain liquid with 2 tea bags, and pounced it around, very carefully pounced it around a few times and took it out. And then I've Mod Podged it quite a number of times. So it's nice and on both the front and the back, so it's nice. I mean, if you ripped it, you could probably rip it, but I don't think Carla's going to put her fingers into it and rip it. Well, I hope she's not. And I hope if she's got a cat or a dog, she doesn't let them do the same. I mean, anything would rip with that, but yeah. And then around here I've put this beautiful trim that I love using. I've put it away now, but it's just gorgeous. I cut bits out and put that there and there, and with some little pearls on. I put it all around here as well, up to here, just from along this edge. And along this edge, as I say, I've got this lace here, the double edge lace along this edge and this edge to form a little scallop. Okay, what else have I done here? This is a dangly lace up here, because and this came to me in a lovely little rack from Christine in Australia, and that's SH Crafts Aust, and Aust is AUST, short for Australia. Yeah, I'm sorry, there are a couple of glue strings on this because I'm in a real hurry to get this done before David comes home from work, so I didn't check it out thoroughly as I should have. I usually check my projects out really thoroughly, but I just running out of time for this one, so I put that along here. But it was double-sided, and I had to cut all the others off on the other side because it was just too bulky, even if I tried to lap them over to make a fuller fringe or a fuller dangle. It was just too bulky, so I cut them all off and just left those, and I've glued down the first and the last one, and all the rest are dangling free, because once it's hanging on a wall or or a door or something, then that will just hang nicely. This is a flower I made myself. I love making these flowers. It's made in a sort of an organza chiffony fabric. This is one of gorgeous glistening little butterfly, embroidered butterfly. It comes from Geraldine in Ireland, and that's Little Snippets 1, and she sent me some postcards of Ireland, of Dublin, because I'd been to Dublin when I was 17. So she kindly sent me some pictures of the more modern parts of Dublin now, and included a lot of these that she made herself on her sewing machine. So they're kind of like embroidered, beautiful. This beautiful bit of bling in the middle, because Liz has got to have diamonds around her. That centre also came from the same as this dangle lace that came from Christine in Australia, and that's SH Ost Crafts. Yeah. These are just Wild Orchid Craft roses that I've popped in here, and this is something I bought from Australia recently. Some flowers. Sorry if you can hear my dogs barking. They're getting hungry and they're shut in the kitchen, so my golden retriever's not best pleased. He thinks I should be there feeding him, and so I should. This has just been cut out and arranged around here, little dangle pearls. I love these, love them. I get them locally. Well, I get them from a lady who brings them in from somewhere. This is another flower that I made myself, and very dimensional, as you can see, beautifully dimensional. And that's just gathered. I think I did that. I did it in a special way, but I can't remember how now. I'll have to go back and look at the original video, and I can't remember the lady who taught me how to do, or whose video taught me how to do it. It's not just a running stitch. It's kind of like different, but anyway, I've put in a flat back pearl, a large flat back fancy pearl. This is a little flower I made myself using the bottom, which is the same as that one, and then two little bits of the same the net parts of the same curtain lace that I've put behind, which is nice cream. So I put those in, and another Wild Orchid Craft. I've just put big flat back pearls all along down here. This is a little piece that came from Tresor Deluxe. I'm still using those bits. This is one of the original pieces I bought off her quite a while ago, and I've still got 2 or 3 bits left. Absolutely gorgeous, just beautiful. And that dangles just nicely there. I think that's it. Yes, by George, I think that's it. So, there we have it. The beautiful Liz, Elizabeth Taylor. Beautiful, and she had a somewhat tragic life, but and she recently just passed away at quite a young age, and still in her 70s, but she had a lot of illness to cope with through the years. So that's is that my foot down there that I'm wiggling? No, it's not. Yeah, so that's it. So Carla, I really hope you like this. I've got your address. I think you sent it to me, and so I'll get this off to you next week. So don't forget, people, pop over to Carla Petersen. I'll put her name in the description box below. Go and check out her challenge, her Who's Your Diva challenge, and it's a fun challenge because you're working with glamorous people. I'm usually working with Victorian people, but this is a glamorous lady here, very glamorous. And it was fun choosing out which image to use that I thought she looked so beautiful in. So yeah, pop on over to that challenge. Remember, it is going to be open. There's no fixed deadline. It's going to be open until Carla hits 500 subbies. So there you go. So check it out. Thanks for watching. Bye.